Good evening, Facebook world, YouTube land, other social media sites, and whatnot. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime, and I am posting. Um, so I've had enough people today send me messages about Star Rain's YouTube Live or Facebook Live. But before I address that, Jay Daniels contacted me 2 weeks ago to let me know that he was in town and who he was and what he was involved in the Marissa Carmichael case. He's got an interesting past, but he was still willing to come down here and help look for her. People are saying he's involved in her disappearance. I don't know how that's possible, considering he doesn't come down here, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but he told me when they did the search yesterday, 8 people showed up. 8. He found a glove. He's mailing it to the CID people with Greensboro PD, and that's all he could tell me. He's getting threats, he's getting harassment because he's involved in this case, as like a lot of people are. And I'm no different. So there it is on the search. That's what's going on there. For whatever reason, Star decided to do a live this afternoon to talk about me and Jay Daniels and a few other things. Echo Faith, I think, was another person she mentioned. And I watched it, and she went on and on about how she's over the crap with me and that I need to stop talking about her and all that. But if you're over me, then why are you talking about me? Just wondering. I mean, Star has said some very outlandish things about me. The fact that I'm dating Shauna Lely, apparently I had a part in Marissa's disappearance, I killed my husband, my children beat me. You know, there's a lot of things that she has said. And what's interesting is if you watch her live, all she does is really scream. This is what she does. She doesn't talk normally to people. She just screams. And this is what she did when we were in the groups. She would do these live calls, and then she'd talk, and then she'd start yelling. It gets old. It gets real old when people start yelling. So, I got nothing to say to this, other than, if you're over me, then stop talking about me, okay? Because you're yelling and screaming and ranting is not working to bring somebody back. It's just not. I really do think Marissa's gone, and I'm glad somebody finally went out to that Trinity address to look around, but I don't know how much searching they actually did because of the heat and how few people actually came. So I don't know. I don't know if anything of note would be found. But to talk about that, AJ always said something on another group page, how much she just adores talking about me. Said that I was sitting on the address and why did I have the address and all this other crap. I got sent that address by an anonymous Facebook Messenger group, and I will, when I go to upload this video to YouTube, I will put the actual screenshot of what was sent to me. But I got this at the end of April, and there was no me sitting on this, me keeping it quiet. I emailed it over to the detective immediately and said, hey, I got this, investigate this. So I did that. And that was in April. We're now almost to July, and they're just now actually searching that area. I don't understand what the hell that's about. So, yeah. But no, there was no sitting on the address. I mean, if you go back to any of my videos, which again, AJ, I guess, apparently has not really watched anything I've done, I talk about the Trinity address pretty often. About how people need to go out there. Hey, I got this lead. You need to go check it out. Blah, blah, blah. And I still don't know if that address is a valid lead where she possibly could be, or if it was something trying to lure myself and Star out at the time to get to get us hurt. I don't know, because there are people who don't want her found. And I don't understand why so many people are really keeping people from looking, And there's so much drama going on between the groups. I mean, it's not like it's like the purpose has been lost for why we formed them in the first place. So I don't know. I mean, I find it interesting that I show my face. I do these lives. You all see me. You see what I look like. You know. I show my face. Star Rain has never shown her face. And I have physically met Star twice, so I do know what she looks like. But she won't put her face out for people to see. And why is that? What are you afraid of showing? Even when we were doing group chats, we very seldom actually saw what she looked like. So I don't know what that's about. But you see me. I'm not hiding. I don't think there's any reason to hide. Because I'm going to stand on business, as people say. I'm going to stand on it. And, people have reached out. There's some other guy in another group, Brian Davis, that said that my videos would be taken down, that, I'm lying. And, this guy was in D.C. Like, dude, you're not even here, okay? So why are you even commenting on a case that you're not even around, okay? And you don't know me. You don't know anything. So why aren't you looking at the videos? Because there is a steady path of how this is evolving around. So, yeah, I find that annoying. And I find it interesting that people are still going on with their lives. People are tired of fighting about all this. That's why I even walked away. But I can't walk away, because unfortunately, I keep getting drugged back into this. So at the end of the day, I guess I'm here until there's some type of conclusion with this case. And I find it sad that Star has so much anger. She has a lot of anger. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I'm not happy with what she's saying about me, but I'm not going to expel the energy to be angry about it. I'm just not. Too many people are involved in this case. Many people need to be questioned still. I think Sarah should be questioned just a little bit, because I think she knows more than what she's saying. Because it doesn't make sense for Marissa to have just dropped out of existence. And something else I found out today. Apparently Marissa's ID has been found. And it was found and turned in to the police back on April 29th. And it was found around Cumberland Courts. Why hasn't that been released? Because if you found the ID, then where's the wallet? Where's the purse? Where's the phone? Where's everything else? So that doesn't bode well. If you just find her ID just kind of laying there, that means she could have very easily been grabbed. There was a struggle. Things got thrown around. I don't know. But that ID does not get us any closer to finding her. But it does prove that she was over at Cumberland Courts. But again, why would Sean have to drive her across the street? I never understood that. And why has no one talked to the woman that Sean was with that night? Who is she? What does she know? And then there's people still messing around with Marissa's Facebook pages. And I'm being told it's Nigerians. I don't know. But this case is just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And it's exhausting. And I'm tired of all the fighting. Star, if you hate me for the rest of my life, fine. It is what it is. I am done being worried about it. But stop doing lives about me. Stop talking about me. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to talk about me, and then I'm going to come back on here. I'm going to talk about you. And this is never going to stop. So I will not talk about you as long as you do not talk about me. And if you are smart enough, you will stop talking about me in group chats, because people are still sending me screenshots of stuff you're saying about me. So I think it's the old adage, if you have nothing nice to say about somebody, say nothing at all. But whatever, I digress. So I think if I was the detective, I would re-interview everybody involved. I would interview Sarah, I would interview Emma, Tony, Sean, Jersey. I would actually interview Mo. It doesn't sound like Mo's ever been interviewed. Mo, Naja, Tasha, Victor. I would interview everybody and just start from the very beginning. Because we're getting on 6 months. She's not been found or heard from. I would start at the beginning and just start over again. That's what I would do. But it would be great if somebody would go back out there and really search the Trinity area where that address was. It'd be great, but no guarantee anyone's going to do that. If we listen to any psychic that's given their 2 cents, they've said her body was dismembered, and that could be why she's in a cooler. We had one person say they had friends who saw her saw a cooler getting loaded up into a truck that was really, really heavy. It took 3 people to lift it. I don't know. None of this can be proven right now until that cooler is found and we know what's in it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's been so much said and so much conjectured and so much theorized. The whole case is all over the place. Is she being trafficked? Is she dead? Is she on the moon? Who knows? But here are the things we do know. We do know she went missing. We do know her kids are in foster care. We do know the father of the youngest 4 kids has a history of drug dealing and domestic violence cases. We do know Marissa had a history of being a sex worker and drug usage. These are all things we do know. Sarah, most likely, is the one who turned Marissa onto that, but there's no proof of that. I don't know. Like I said, the whole situation is sad. And then I was looking up the case of Dana Mustian, and she came from Warrenton, North Carolina, so she wasn't from Greensboro, but she went missing in November of 2023, and her case got brought back up a couple weeks after Marissa went missing, and it seemed like a similar circumstance. She was a known sex worker, and she went on a walk and never came back. But nothing else has been said about her. I mean, it's been very quiet since February about that case. And that's sad. I mean, she's on NamUs and everything else. Nothing's been done on that case. So again, brings up the question, are police just not bothering with people that may or may not be sex workers? Or they assume they're sex workers, but they're not. Are they just not messing with it? That doesn't make any sense, because everybody deserves to be investigated and found and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't know. So I guess let's go over some of the rumors that have been said about me. I did not kill my husband. He died in a car accident. It'll be 2 years next month. He had a seizure and wrapped a car around a tree. He was not supposed to be driving. So there's that. There was a history of domestic violence in my home. He did it to me. My oldest child has, how can I best say this? Has issues, psychiatric issues, and has been known to get aggressive with me. These are things that we have dealt with in the past. I hate the fact that Star keeps saying, bringing my kids into this and keeps saying that they beat me. No. My oldest kid, he is autistic. Not an aggressive person. My youngest child, not an aggressive person. Just the middle one. And that's something that's happened a long time ago. She's way more stable now. These are things that go on, that have happened. But, and that's the thing. When you're dealing with people with mental illness, it's not so cut and dry about how to deal with that. And it took years to get her on the right medication regimen, to get her where she was stable to live a normal life. And she doesn't like the fact that I do this podcast, these lives. She hates it. I mean, she tries to be supportive, but she doesn't like it. She's always worried that I'm going to get hurt or get them hurt or something. So it's valid for her concern. But when I have other people messaging them or threatening me or whatnot, yeah, it makes things a bit tense in my house. But yeah, but that's some of the things that Star has said. And she said I had something to do with Marissa missing. I don't even know Marissa. Never met Marissa. Shawnee Lely. Not dating him, never met him, don't know him. So there's that. The Jay Daniels stuff, I'm gonna let him address that stuff because I mean, I don't know the guy. I mean, we've chatted back and forth about this case, but that's about it. So all of Star's little buddies and her groups, you all need to wake up and pay attention, because if you can't speak freely and you can't give your opinion, that's a problem. So just be careful out there. Because Star is out and out. She's a bully. She's a flat out bully. If you don't agree with her, she starts screaming at you, or she kicks you out of the group, or whatever. And that is who she is. And if you look at her live, she went from talking to like screaming within like 10 seconds. And she does that a lot. So, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to address those things. I'm still working on other stories and other cases, and trying to figure out this whole newsletter thing I'm going to start doing. But, you know, like I said, she's going to say what she's going to say. That is the freedom of press in America, unfortunately. And not a whole lot I can do about it. But those of you who actually know me, you know the truth. And Tanya just asked, why won't she show her face? Are people really after her? Here's my thing about that. She was making some really, really direct comments on people's pages, accusing them of murdering Marissa, like quite a few people. So it is to a point where she might be validly concerned about people coming after her if they knew what she looked like. Because she was saying some things, like she would go to Mo Dollar's page and say, "You killed Marissa, where's her body at?" Or somebody named Waffle Brown, or Shawnee Lely. I mean, she was going to many pages saying these type of things, posting it on their pages. So somebody might feel a certain type of way and come after her. I mean, so I get it, but if you're gonna come at me, Star, just show yourself, you know, on camera, for God's sakes, you know. But that's how I can address that. Does anybody else have any other questions about anything? Because, like I said, I show myself. I have no fear of showing myself. I mean, just because I don't scream and yell and throw a fit does not mean I'm spineless. And that's something else Star kept saying, I didn't have a backbone. And I have a backbone. I just choose not to scream at people. Or yell or whatever. Well, anyway, that's all I really wanted to address tonight because, like I said, people are just taking stuff to another level on this. I know Miss Cookie, who's in our group, was trying to get me and Sarah to start talking again, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know? I just don't think it's going to happen. But go to my YouTube site, Red True Crime. Subscribe, share, comment, criticize, whatever. Like. I have the Facebook page, I have the website. I'm still adding and building, so doing what I can. But thank you again, everyone, for letting me talk and share my side of things. And any questions, let me know. Other than that, have a great night, and thank you for listening. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. I'm out. Good night.